Did you know there's an island so isolated its nearest neighbor is 1,700 miles away? That's like traveling from New York to Denver and still not reaching your destination. Welcome to Tristan da Cunha, a place where isolation isn't just a state of mind, it's a way of life. But what happens when the modern world starts to encroach on this remote paradise? Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating truth about the world's most isolated community. Imagine setting out on a journey that takes you farther from civilization than most people ever venture. That's exactly what awaits those brave enough to embark on the voyage to Tristan da Cunha. This isn't your typical tropical getaway. It's a grueling 6-day boat trip from Cape Town, South Africa, across some of the most unpredictable waters on Earth. The practical challenges of reaching Tristan da Cunha are immense. There's no airport, so your only option is to brave the seas. And we're not talking about luxury cruise ships here. Your ride will likely be a fishing boat or a supply vessel designed more for function than comfort. These ships have limited capacity, meaning spots are scarce, and competition can be fierce. Weather is the great wild card of this journey. Harsh winters and frequent storms can turn the South Atlantic into a maelstrom of towering waves and howling winds. It's not uncommon for trips to be delayed or even canceled at the last minute due to dangerous conditions. And once you're out there, you're at the mercy of the elements for nearly a week. The cost alone is enough to make most travelers think twice. A round trip will set you back about $5,000, and that's before you factor in accommodation on the island. It's a significant investment in both time and money, which adds to the sense of adventure and exclusivity. Those who've made the journey often describe it as both exhilarating and nerve-wracking. One moment, you're marveling at the vast expanse of open ocean. The next, you're gripping the rails as the ship pitches and rolls in heavy seas. It's a test of endurance and willpower, pushing you to your limits before you even reach your destination. As the days at sea stretch on, anticipation builds. What awaits on this remote outpost? How will it feel to set foot on land that so few have ever visited? Then, finally, after what seems like an eternity of nothing but water and sky, a dark shape appears on the horizon. Slowly, dramatically, Tristan da Cunha emerges from the mist. Volcanic cliffs rise sharply from the sea, their rugged faces softened by patches of lush green. It's a sight that never fails to take visitors' breath away. A reminder that some places on Earth still hold the power to awe and inspire. The island's volcanic silhouette fades into the mist as we approach the settlement. In this place where the nearest neighbors are 500 miles away, you might expect to find a community struggling to survive. But the reality of life on Tristan da Cunha is far more complex and surprising than you could imagine. Welcome to Edinburgh of the Seven Seas, the only settlement on Tristan da Cunha and home to just 250 resilient souls. Here, life moves to a different rhythm, shaped by the island's extreme isolation and the strong bonds of community that have developed over generations. The Tristanians, as they call themselves, have created a unique culture that blends self-reliance with an extraordinary sense of togetherness. Daily life on the island revolves around fishing and agriculture, the two main pillars of the local economy. The ocean provides both sustenance and income, with the island's lobster fishery being a crucial source of revenue. But living on the edge of the world comes with its challenges. Supplies from the outside world arrive infrequently, sometimes taking months to reach the island. This means careful planning and resource management are essential skills for every islander. The Tristanians have developed a remarkable adaptability in the face of their isolation. They've cultivated a distinct dialect of English, a linguistic time capsule that reflects the island's diverse settler history. This unique form of communication serves as a reminder of their shared heritage and reinforces their sense of identity. Education on Tristan da Cunha presents its own set of challenges. The island has only a primary school, which means that many young residents must leave their home for higher education or job opportunities. This exodus of youth poses a threat to the island's future, as not all who leave choose to return. Despite these challenges, the spirit of community on Tristan da Cunha remains unbreakable. As longtime resident Mary Glass puts it, "When storms rage, we come together. When the sun shines, we celebrate. Everything we do is one." This ethos of unity helps the islanders weather both literal and figurative storms, turning potential hardships into shared experiences that strengthen their bonds. In recent years, modern technology has begun to make inroads on the island, bringing both opportunities and new challenges. Satellite internet, while limited and expensive, offers a window to the outside world. But as Tristan da Cunha cautiously embraces these technological advancements, a question looms: how will this impact their unique way of life? While the islanders of Tristan da Cunha grapple with preserving their way of life, a much more immediate threat lurks beneath their feet. Imagine living in the shadow of an active volcano where the ground itself could become your greatest enemy. How do you build a life on such unstable foundations? At the heart of Tristan da Cunha stands Queen Mary's Peak, an active volcano that rises 2,062 meters above sea level. This colossal mountain isn't just a scenic backdrop, it's a constant reminder of the island's fiery origins and uncertain future. The volcano's presence has shaped every aspect of life on Tristan, from the fertile soil that supports agriculture to the very psychology of its inhabitants. The true power of this sleeping giant was revealed in 1961 when a violent eruption shook the island to its core. Eyewitness accounts describe a terrifying scene as lava and ash spewed from the earth, forever altering the landscape. The eruption forced the entire population to evacuate to England, leaving behind the only home they had ever known. This event serves as a stark reminder of the precarious nature of life on Tristan da Cunha. Today, the volcano is closely monitored using seismographs and other geological instruments. These tools provide an early warning system for the islanders, but the threat of another eruption always looms. Experts warn that future volcanic activity could have devastating consequences for the small population of 250 residents. Despite the danger, Tristan da Cunha's isolation has created a unique ecosystem. The island is home to endemic species like the Tristan thrush and the Tristan albatross, which have adapted to this remote environment over millennia. The volcano's nutrient-rich soil supports diverse plant life, creating a delicate balance between the destructive and life-giving aspects of this geological wonder. The islanders have developed a complex relationship with their volatile neighbor. They respect the volcano's power while also relying on the resources it provides. This dynamic has fostered a deep connection to the land and an acute awareness of nature's forces. As one resident put it, the volcano is both our protector and our potential destroyer. We've learned to live with it, but we never forget its presence. You might think that being the world's most remote inhabited island would protect Tristan da Cunha from environmental challenges. In reality, its isolation makes it even more vulnerable. How are 250 islanders taking on a global problem that threatens their home and its unique inhabitants? Tristan da Cunha isn't just an isolated community, it's a sanctuary for rare species, particularly seabirds. The island's waters provide a safe haven for creatures endangered elsewhere, making it a hotspot of biodiversity. This tiny speck in the South Atlantic plays an outsized role in global conservation efforts, offering scientists valuable insights into how species adapt and thrive in extreme isolation. But paradise is under siege. Climate change looms as a major threat to Tristan's delicate ecosystem. Rising sea levels and changing weather patterns pose serious risks to the island's flora and fauna. These shifts could disrupt the carefully balanced environment that supports the island's unique species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. In response to these challenges, the islanders have become stewards of their environment. They've implemented strict fishing regulations to protect their waters and the creatures that inhabit them. Waste management has become a priority, with the community working to minimize their impact on the fragile ecosystem they call home. Conservation efforts on Tristan da Cunha focus heavily on protecting seabird populations. These birds, which include species like the Tristan albatross, rely on the island for nesting and breeding. The community's efforts to preserve these habitats are crucial not just for Tristan, but for global biodiversity. What does the future hold for conservation on this remote island? As threats from climate change intensify, the islanders face an uphill battle. Yet, recent successes offer hope. Increased awareness and community involvement in conservation projects have led to positive outcomes. The islanders are proving that even in the face of global challenges, local action can make a difference. Experts stress the importance of international cooperation in these efforts. Given Tristan's remote location, partnerships with global conservation organizations provide vital resources and expertise. These collaborations are key to enhancing local initiatives and ensuring the long-term protection of the island's ecosystems.